Whoa, 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 whoa. Hit that. That's what I get. That is what I get. Guys, it is a fine, super fine day here in Southwest PA. Today is actually Christmas Eve, so that's pretty nifty. I hope you guys are having a good holiday. Had a good holiday by the time you see this. And today we got to talk about the elephant in the room. We have to talk about me almost wrecking my bike. Now, kind of what I want to do is I want to Dan the fireman this situation. I want to break down what I think happened, and because I kind of have that first person view, so let's kind of just get into it. And before we get into it, I think it's very important to understand that there is never just one reason for an accident. There's usually multiple things that happen that lead up to the accident. So I kind of want to talk about that. I want to talk about what I did, and honestly the good that I did, because at the end of the day I didn't wreck the bike. I did end up saving it. Now, I had a couple people say, because whenever I post on like YouTube Shorts, it obviously got a lot more traction than the regular video, so there's a lot more haters, and I don't really care, but there's a lot of ambiguity there because they don't see the full story, nor do they know me as a rider. They just see a quick 10-minute clip, and one guy said, learn how to drive or get off the bike, and it's like, well, hey, you're not necessarily wrong. Or what did he say? He said something about you need driving lessons, and he's absolutely right. I do need driving lessons. So do you. We all need driving lessons. Did I buckle up my helmet? I can't check that right now, because education is key, my guys. It's super important. And because I don't know, I can't remember why I went on that tangent, but what I'm getting at is there's always reasons for the accident, and there's good things that came out of this. This was not a bad situation in its entirety. So first and foremost, let's talk about my condition when I was riding that day. So obviously I was super hyped up on caffeine, super hyped up on a 5-hour energy drink, and that thing got me wired. That was one. The second thing was, that was the first time that I was on the bike in quite some time, about 2 weeks, so I was feeling very, very excited to be back on my motorcycle. And because of that, because there was some time in between all that, I was kind of rusty. I mean, I made a video actually that same day about something for second season riders, and you see that's coming out sometime, I don't know, beginning of the year, sometime like that. And even with some kind of time off, you get rusty. Like, you do get rusty, and that was another contributing factor. The other contributing factor was my tires weren't warm. I just got off work, I was all amped up, and I didn't have a lot of faith in my tires. Now, that's kind of like the secondary reason. So I believe in accidents there's like a secondary underlining reason, which is what I just listed: the overstimulated, the haven't been on in a week, and just cold tires. But then there is the primary reason for leading up to the accident. And that's kind of what I really wanted to get the basis of this video about, because I noticed pretty quickly what happened. And I'll play the video here again, and I'll let you watch it again and see if you can figure out what I did. Whoa, 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 whoa. hit that, that's what I get. That is what I... Alright, so before we, jump too into it, I want to say it had nothing to do with looking through the term. If you watch the video, you can see this is normal, this is looking at the wall, this is looking through the term. You can tell by the symmetry of the front of the bike where my head was turned, right? My camera is right here, it follows my head. So you can see that I was looking through my turn. So if I was looking through my turn, then what the hell happened? Well, in the thumbnail of the 1,000 pound sister, she's a whiz. In the video of 1,000 subs, I kind of highlighted my speedometer, and it wasn't the speed, okay? It was not the speed. And by the way, this is my personal opinion. If you have other opinion, you can feel free to leave it. For me, it was not the speed. I've taken turns a lot faster than that, a lot sharper than that. I don't believe it was the speed. It was the acceleration, or the continuance of acceleration through that turn. I made a video before where I went in a roundabout and I was talking about, the faster you go, the larger the turning radius. The slower you go, the smaller the turning radius. So that turn is fixed. The road is fixed. The road's not going to change like Mario Kart. The road is what it is. But whenever it's set in motion and I'm applying more acceleration, I'm telling the bike to make the turn wider, right? So I'm through this turn, the road's not going to change, it's set up on its own trajectory, and I'm accelerating. Now I'm leaning the bike the opposite direction, and it's making my turn wider. And that was the first thing that happened. That was the first primary contributing factor. The second contributing factor is a lot of people said target fixation on the wall. You're close. I was not target fixated on the wall. I was target fixated on the gravel. This is how my mind thinks, and I already knew it was there, but look at what I was coming up against. I was coming up a concrete barrier, something that doesn't allow things to pass through. We just had rain, and it was on a hill. So any debris is going to rush to that area and stay. It's not moving around. So there's a collection of dirt and gravel and all kinds of stuff there. And that is what I looked at, because I knew that I had to brake, and I knew that if I was braking incorrectly or even too hard, that I would wash out. I would high side that bike or low side the bike, whatever, and that front tire would kick out, and yeah, then high side my ass. I didn't want that to happen. Honestly, there's a lot of things that went through my mind in that very short amount of time, and one of the things that went through my mind is just eat the barrier, dude. Just eat the barrier. You're geared up. It's just a bike. Eat the barrier. I would rather have done that than do what I did, because stupidly that was also kind of like at an intersection or like a crosswalk, and that's another bad thing. So whenever I came across that and I target fixated on that gravel there, I did apply my brakes, but I didn't apply them as hard as I could have. Nor did I really turn the bike, because again, there was gravel there. If I was braking, pushing that weight forward, adding weight to that front tire, and then I add a turn on top of that, that tire is washing out and I'm wrecking. That's just what's gonna happen. So I just accepted my fate and took responsibility and ate the whatever the hell you'd call that, the barrier. Now luckily it didn't hit the bike at all. I just have my boots and I, all the gear all the time. I didn't have my best boots on because I was at work, but I still had protective gear on, and it kind of messed up my boot, but it didn't break my foot. So, you know, that's a plus. I kind of also want to bring up the, what was I just going to say? I lost my train of thought. Anyways, yeah, so that's why I decided to just kind of eat it there and not just aggressively brake. I broke as much as I could, and then I just kind of, you know, let it do its thing, if you will. Now, there were some good things that I did. I don't know if you noticed, but like as soon as I did that, I did look behind me. So I didn't just pull back off into the main road. I actually did look, so that was a good thing. And I learned a lot from it too. Again, I'm not disputing that I was in the wrong. I was 110% in the wrong. But there's a lot of things that went into that. And I thought that it was a good video to make because I learned something, and I hope that you guys can then learn something too. And it brings a certain amount of authenticity to the channel or whatever, because I don't claim to be the best. I'm not the best. I'm a brand new rider. You know, we're coming into January. I'm coming up to a year since I had my bike, and that's awesome. But you know, that was actually the first time that I almost wrecked. That was my fault. Like, you know, everything else was kind of people cut me off or people doing whatever, but this was the first time where it was like, hey, this was your fault, dude. And I learned something from it, so it's not a bad thing. But you know, again, I kind of want to break that down. And there's like I said, there's never just one reason for an accident. You got like your secondary reasons. You know, those are like your mental health at that point in time. I hate that word, but it's like your mental state at that time. I was overstimulated. I was happy because I was on the bike. It was warm in December, so I was excited to be on the bike. But then I haven't been on the bike in a couple weeks because of you know, weather and shit. So I was a little bit rusty. And then you have the primary reason for the accident. You know, that was definitely accelerating through that turn. Once I realized, you know, the whoa part, I realized what was going on. And then I ended up target fixating on gravel. But in that same millisecond, I understood that, hey, I can't brake too aggressively, nor can I try and turn out of this. I just kind of got to accept it. And that is why it is so important, guys, to really practice. Because of me practicing these drills and doing stuff that I do, I was able to not panic but react and adapt to my situation to avoid collateral damage. And that's what happened, and that's a very good thing on me. I'm not boasting on myself, but I'm very happy with myself with how I reacted and got through that. You know, it is what it is. I didn't wreck my bike, I didn't damage my bike in any way, and that's fantastic. I also looked before I got out of that turn or whatever, so that was another really good thing that I did. But you know, all those things kind of led up to that accident, or almost accident, or whatever. Yeah, it just is what it is. I learned a little bit, it humbled me a little bit, and yeah, you know, it's a great way to stay in shape. So you know, it is what it is. I just kind of wanted to say all that stuff, not to you know, get back at, you know, the mean comments on that video, because yeah, there were a couple extra, you know, mean ones, which is whatever. I don't care. You're gonna have that, but it's whenever you have these kind of things go on, and people don't really understand what's going on. But you guys, since you follow the channel, I really wanted to break that down and let you guys know what happened and my personal thoughts on it. Feel free to comment down below if you've seen anything else that might have been a contributing factor to that, but that's what I had. Also was lack of confidence in my tires. I realized when I was turning that I couldn't also add more lean angle. I might have, but I just didn't have the confidence in my tires because they were cold. I mean, when I say it was warm outside, it was like 45, which isn't like summer weather, so my tires were still cold and I didn't have faith in my tires. So, you know, it is what it is. But I will let you guys go. Have a great holiday, a great Christmas. I will see you guys later. Spend time with family and loved ones. Well, I guess you already would have. I hope you had a good Christmas or holiday or Russian holiday in January if you're Russian. But I don't know. I will talk to you guys later. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below if you've seen anything else. I will see you guys in the next one.